California Democrats are once again trying to burn down their entire state, whether by sheer incompetence or perhaps because there's good money in it. The LA wildfires are now projected to be the third most costly natural disaster in American history at $150 billion. For perspective, that's nearly three-quarters the cost of Hurricane Katrina, our worst. In fact, it's one-third the cost of the Fukushima nuclear disaster. Now, what's amazing is that unlike a Cat 5 hurricane making a direct hit on New Orleans or a Godzilla tsunami, the LA wildfires should have been nothing. The biggest, the Pacific Palisades fire, apparently either started as a power line spark or in a backyard. Either way, given it's mere minutes from the second biggest city in the nation, it should have been out in 20 minutes if LA had funded the fire department, cleared forest brush, and put water in the fire hydrants. Put differently, it was not a natural disaster, it was a government disaster. Now, legacy media, of course, rolled out the global warming laugh track, but thanks to Elon's X, we've seen the curtain pulled back on an almost unbelievable clown show of government incompetence. So the fire hoses were empty, the reservoirs were empty, the fire department budget had been stripped to pay illegals by both LA, $49 million, and the state, $100 million. The unstaffed trucks and equipment were then shipped to Ukraine, so they're gone. LA's water chief, who makes $750,000 a year, was doing the woke circuit how equity is her top priority, not, say, reinstating the 113 experienced LA firefighters fired for being unvaxxed. Victor Davis Hanson summed it up as a, quote, DEI Green New Deal hydrogen bomb, blended with a, quote, systems failure of local government. Now, interestingly, Donald Trump predicted all of this 3 months ago on Joe Rogan, saying California needs to clear out dead brush and fill the reservoirs instead of dumping billions of gallons into the ocean for the environment. LA actually admitted the nearest reservoir to the Pacific Palisades fire was temporarily empty, but thanks to Google Maps, we can see the Santa Ynez Reservoir had actually been completely empty almost continuously since 2009. So there was plenty of water, they just dumped it. Global warming, it works in mysterious ways. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. In a previous video on crumbling infrastructure, I noted how the more cities and states spend, the worse essential services get. Perhaps because the extra money goes to political activists who are very good at wresting additional budget from the guys who fix potholes or maintain water infrastructure. The end result is that the more government spends, the worse it does at the basics. The solution is, of course, easy: slash the budget. Reduce city government to those essentials. So police, fire, sanitation, civic infrastructure like roads, bridges, and yes, water systems. Step 2 is radical transparency. So everything governments do should be wide open, open to voters, and open to critics like me, who can fill the watchdog role legacy media has singularly failed at. If there's any silver lining to the LA tragedy, it's the importance of focused government and the importance of open government. Democracy does indeed die in darkness, and when they're not being watched, local governments are just as corrupt and just as incompetent as the federal government. Until that's fixed, many more will die. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.